Hi! Welcome to Mad Max. We're doing Dry Gustie. All of the camps, all of the scavenging locations, all of the Scarecrows, snipers, convoys, and minefields. I say convoys, there's only one. Check the I in the top right for access to the playlist and a lot more. And the description for timecodes if you need to jump to something specific. First up, I'm grabbing a survey part piece, which I actually did before I started this run. It's really useful to have them because it reveals all the scavenging locations. This camp has got some pretty solid outer defences, so you probably want to spend some time actually sniping them would be the smarter move rather than driving straight on in, but I kind of just dealt with them by running through them because that's a bit more fun, but it can backfire. This one is, you can tell by the paint, it's a stank gun camp, so head up that ramp and round the back this way, grab some fuel. Because this fight, you can basically just set that back off. One of them might charge towards you like that, but splat. That's 5 of them down, even though the objective only says 2. But you'll see when this guy dies, it goes up to 6. There we are. So that's an easy way to deal with half of the guys in that camp. Loot the bodies and you'll see a couple of scrap there, so and an insignia. Head around through this door here, which is right next to it. There's the insignia there, and then a Jimmy bar door there has got the 2 scrap in it. So that is Insignia 1 and Scrap 1 and 2. Then come back out, hit that which drops the War Crier. Completely forgot about him, he didn't even get a chance to go off. And there's a Jimmy bar door next to that with Scrap number 3 in it. Then a ladder around the back, you want to take that up, and in there's Insignia number 2 next to that poo hole. And if you stay up high, there is a water tank and the survey crew part. There's the water tank, use it if you need to. And then right next to that is an insignia and scrap number 4. The final insignia is kind of sneaky. As you're running through here, you'll get to this kind of fin in the middle of the plane. Look at the red paint, and there is the final insignia. Annoying thing. We're missing 2 scrap, but you can't get them till after this fight anyway, so deal with these guys. I've just left this in to give you an idea. If you haven't powered max that much, they can take quite a beating, and you might take quite a beating too. So it's worth investing at least a few points before you take on some of these harder camps. But there we are, that's Ironclad. I think it must have been a submarine, right? Anyway, kick through that door, and then the last 2 pieces of scrap are through there and up a ladder, and there's some food on the way if you need it. So that's 4 insignia, the survey crew project part, and the scrap. Through here there's a Maggot farm part. It's a fight when you get up here. Make sure you don't fall off the stairs, otherwise you're just going to have to run back round again like I did. But up there over the stairs, everything is up in the open. There's the survey crew, the Maggot farm part there. There's some water there and a piece of scrap up there too. Next up, Scarecrow. This is a strong one, so you're going to need to upgrade your harpoon because we can't get a decent ram on it. Maybe there's a way to ram it, I didn't see one. But come around here. Yeah, okay, maybe over from the other side. It's easier just to spike it and like blow it up that way though. Right, that's less hassle. And you're going to need to upgrade your thing anyway. There's the camp that we just did. And then up here, there is another Scarecrow that I make awfully difficult. I pull it down there, but actually you can just drive around. There's a route up there if you want to barge it. So you can do that too. Yeah, that's definitely a strong one because it dropped 2 loot. There is Scavenging Location here, so head on around this way. And see that pipe? You've got to climb it. That's where the history relic is. And then if you drop down from there, basically directly underneath it is the scrap, but I was trying to run back down and like a fool I fell off while I was going down there. So head back this way through here, there we are, and that's where the next one is, kind of, yeah, directly under the pipe in its shadow. There's a convoy came past as I was doing that, so I got some border spikes, which I think you get unlock the maximum ones for getting Jeet's territory down to like 1, threat down to 1 or something. I got some whole body bars as well. Yeah. So the convoy, basically, well, you guys know the drill. Smash stuff up. They're kind of fun if you can get a bit going. If you've got lots of ammo spare, it's worth blowing up all the trucks. And actually, a well-placed shotgun will finish off the lead guy as well. You'll see there, that takes off nearly all his health. Like that. So as long as you can isolate him, you can actually get them down pretty quickly. So I thought, well, I'll just get out, right? Like, there's no point in worrying about those other guys. But then I thought, well, I'm just going to get run over. So, other than driving into a wall, which was kind of my undoing, I faffed for a little bit, but got them all eventually, got out here, and just as that guy blew the car up, and I thought, oh my god, I've got away with it, and then, oof, that guy runs me over. Oh well. I managed to get the hood ornament. It's not the best, it's like a welding torch thing. And then back to this scavenging. Oh, sorry, we're off to the death race, death run. The kaboom bug, I think it's almost impossible with this one. Don't think you've got a boost, you don't. What that'll do is set the bomb off and fail you. If you get basically even tapped, like you see here, just T-boned and dead. I made it quite far once, just by keeping them left to right, but the problem is one spin and you'll miss the time, and chances are one spin and they're just going to run into you and you'll blow up again. Yeah, you'll see here. I was really feeling good about this one. And then that happened. I tried to go off to the left to keep it off road a bit. Didn't really help. Again, all it takes is like one mistake and they'll mess you up. So I'm going to leave this to better people than me and come back to it. The driving in this game, for a game that's largely based about driving, the driving is not as spectacular as it could be. So anyway, I took the other car. It doesn't blow up in one hit. It doesn't have rims. It's only, I presume those are anti-border spikes. Like, spikes aren't going to be doing a lot of damage to car bodywork. But you can basically just ricochet around them from left to right. You can afford like one kind of T-bone or one spin, and you'll make it. I had a couple, which is why I didn't quite make the time, like fractions of a second off. I suspect, I didn't really look, but I suspect the time is 1:37, but you know what, that's enough for me, I don't really care. Whatever you're doing, if you retry, try not to miss it to the left and to the right. Oh god. Anyway, Scarecrow, then Scavenging Location with some more to the Scarecrow. Sorry, Sniper, I always think that, the same icon, it's really poorly done. Why they didn't have like one as a square and one as a diamond, I don't know. Or change the colour, or whatever. Scavenging Location here. You want to come down from the Sniper and then climb up. There we are, there's the water and the scrap and stuff. Then a Scarecrow, an actual Scarecrow over this way, so yank him down. Then down to this Scavenging Location where there's a scrap pallet and 4 scrap, which is quite nice. Bit of a fight. Yeah, there we are, deal with those guys. And then come on in. So what do we got? 1 scrap there. Another scrap over to the left. One, well, there isn't one up high. I got up there to have a look around. There's one over to the right there in that kind of circular area. There is one up here all the way, I think with some ammo. Yeah, no, just some ammo. Okay. Over the other side, oh that's right, all the way at the end here, there's some ammo. Trolling me. And then the scrap pallet is down there. So that's 50 odd scrap, and then in between the car there is the final bit of scrap, and that's in a little room that you've got to jimmy bar your way into or out of. So that's where all those things are. Then off to this Scarecrow. You can drive up on it there and spike it that way. That's another strong one with 2 scrap. There we are, this Scavenging Location. It's in this plane. You've got to get in quite deep here. Yeah, you'll see. So head down here, expect resistance, and then I just basically go the worst way possible. You might see the history relic there in the back left, but I completely ignored it first. Head into this room with the turbine, pick up the scrap there, completely ignore 2 more bits of scrap to the left, head back into the room where we started the fight, grab the history relic, run the longest way around, there's some water there if you need it, run the longest way around to get back into the room with the turbine where we got the first scrap to find scrap 2 and 3, there. And then do a massive loop looking for the way out, only to realise that the other scrap is outside anyway, behind that car, up where we parked. So that's 4 scrap in that location. Then heading north a little bit, I've taken these slightly out of order, but there's another scavenging location there. So boost your way over there. Now this one, is it this one? No, it's not this one. Head up here. All the way around. I actually went the worst possible way I could. But there is scrap number 1. There's a couple of guys there who obviously just followed me all the way around, so mess them up. There's some ammo there as well. Head up this ladder, And there is your history relic, along with some ammo just to the right there. Mills treated us to his famous barbecue this weekend. It was great as usual, but I wonder where he got those prime cuts. Then what are we going to do? We'll go and grab that bit of scavenging location. I think this is just 4 scrap, right? And this is quite sneakily hidden, although once you're inside it's fine. Either side of this throne there is scrap, so that's 2 pieces of scrap, and then way over there, jimmy that open for the 3rd one. There's only 3. That's it, 3 bits of scrap. From there, due south. Probably I should have headed to that sniper first, but we'll go to this scavenging location instead. Oh, this one is kind of a pain, actually. If you head around the back, there's a little ramp up where you can get there, and then in there is some scrap. Like that. And then actually you can go to the left there, which I didn't realise the first time, so I ended up running around a whole lot. But go through that cabin and over there for the 2nd piece of scrap, and then you want to run up the end here, and you've got to jump onto that bit of corrugated iron there. And then drop down the gap in between to get to that history relic. There. Yeah. Sneaky. Sneaky, sneaky avalanche. One last picture of our little miracle with hair. From now on she'll be a little skinhead. Apparently the cure for the plague required people to shave their heads. I guess much like getting lice. I don't really know. Scavenging location, just some scrap here. And a fight. Bit of head flip fight, so you know that's always a win. Loot the body, and then the scrap is there next to the scrambly up place. There is the scrambly up place, and the other scrap is just above it, so that's 2 scrap. Pretty straightforward there. There's also a canister there right next to the car, if you need that. Then off to this sniper. See, I got that it was a sniper this time. He's on the end of this pole. If you're going to boost him up there to see if you can, don't miss, that's pointless. You'll have to drive all the way around and do it again. And when you put it on the internet, everyone will think you're stupid. Yeah, so just aim carefully, or just shoot him, right? Next scavenging location, kill these guys. I went high for them, but you want to then go underneath where there's going to be 1 scrap. And then drop down here into this pit of bodies for scrap 2 and 3, and that's the location looted. There may be some ammo up top where we had the fight as well, I can't remember. Anyway, over here for another Scarecrow. This one's pretty easy to get, so just boost and pull it down. And then there's a Wasteland Intel thing there. Cast out from Balefire, but you get 50 scrap for it. And I hate the way they use the same model, especially when you've got them talking about being young and old in different interactions. And it's quite clearly like a chick with a mohawk who's, I don't know, late 20s. Because if you've got a mohawk after your late 20s, you need to stop and have a think about your life. Up here there's a jump to get onto that Scarecrow, so find that and boost across, and then it's down to the camp to finish. This is a different save because the previous save I had was actually too patchy and didn't really work, and it was just all spliced together, but I got a beautiful drive over there. And then just blow up the perimeter defences. There's with 2 snipers, 3 snipers, and a Molotov tower that you can get when you approach from the... there's the Warcry, you might want to attack him too, but when you approach from the west. Then come all the way around until you can see the gate with the fuel tank exposed there. Get the fuel tank if you want, although there's actually no obligation. And then go around to the left of it and you'll find a sneaky way in there. There's a bit of a fight coming up, so use that boat in front of you as your marker point when you're done. I'll show you that again in a second. There's the boat. Around to the left is a valve you can pull to switch the gas off for the gate. And around to the right is this little area to climb up where there's an insignia and 2 scrap that are kind of neatly tucked away. You'll need the jimmy bar to get through there, but there's insignia 1 and scrap 1 and 2. Back down there across the courtyard there's a transfer tank in there to blow up. I think this guy must have come from the road because otherwise he would have got involved before. There's another insignia up above you as well, which blowing that transfer tank will get. For some reason the count on the right has gone off, but there was an insignia basically where that skull is. So that's 2 insignia and 2 scrap. Up here there's a fight as you drop into this pit, so deal with those guys. And then look up, there we are, for insignia number 3, even though I think it's going to say insignia 4. I know it doesn't say anything. And then there's a transfer tank there behind you, so get that. From there's another insignia behind a wall that you can't get to yet, and there's a history relic and some scrap there. There's a canteen on the way, so use that if you need to. And then scrap number 3 is 4? 3. Scrap number 3 is in there. Grab some fuel below that door because you need an explosion. A guy will come from there and attack you, but head through the door, through that gap and up the ladder the other side. That guy ran past, don't know where he came from, but anyway, go to the left and up here, scrap number 4, I think, and some ammo if you can get past those fuel tanks there. Then you want to drop down here. I just put that fuel down there because I'm going to use it in the next fight. Guy drop down here and join me. But there's a little sneaky gap you can get through to get the insignia we saw way back when. I think that's the 4th insignia. And 2 more scrap, which should bring us up to 6 scrap. There we go, so just 1 more to get. Grab the fuel can if you're thinking about doing that. Head up here around to the right and through into this fight. Through that, dealt with them. And then just shotgun the rest of the guys because honestly I wasn't really in the mood for a fight. I got the war crier there, and then 3 more guys. 2 more guys? 3 more guys came through. Because this is another save, I've got a massive ammo belt, so I just wasted all my ammo shooting them. Anyway, this little shed in here, drop in. There's the history relic that we came past earlier. And the final piece of scrap there. And it says 3 out of 4 insignia, but remember we got that 1 in the main square. I had to switch back to that. There's a transfer tank in the main courtyard where the fight was, and also head up this ladder, grab some fuel there, drop down into here, and there's your final transfer tank down there. There we are, look at that, yay! Wreck Hill dismantled with all the things! Do you want to use Chum's buggy? Yes, let's go get that minefield. So there are 2 minefields in this location. I don't know what I was about to say. There's only 1. Dismantle those to lower your threat and clear the zone. And then the other one is there by the border to Jeet's territory. Probably should have got that one first. Between the waypoint. As I was doing this, some ghosts, what are they, buzzards, whatever, ran into the middle of the minefield. Shame they didn't run over a mine and disarm it for me. But got them. And then went to disarm the last mine, and now Dry Gustie is free of threat. There we are, all light green. So we've got Colossus to do, which is kind of fun. I quite like Colossus. And I stole their car and took it back as well, so new vehicle available in vehicle collection. So on the right, Colossus, that you can see the Colossus there, and on the left, fuel veins. If you haven't done that yet, I just went clockwise from Blackmore's. I will get Colossus up later today, but for now that's it. Don't forget to check the eye for the playlist and other good things, but I'll see you in the next video. Lots of love, bye!